everyone, Marcus Lopez here, and welcome to the final episode of Season 1 of Black Sweater Talk. I can't believe that we've made it this far, that Season 1 is done, but I've been so thankful that you have been along for this journey and that you are there hearing my voice today. Really, really great to have you here with me. And I want to continue the conversation on clarity because it is so important to have clarity to know where you want to go, where you want to end up, who you want to become as you work to achieve your goals and make your dreams come true. At the beginning of the year, I had set a number of goals. I started off with great momentum. Every day I was showing up, I was doing the work, and then, as you know from previous podcasts, in February, I fell ill. I caught a cold. I ended up losing my voice 3 times in a week. And even though felt better, there were still challenges for me because as I started running again, I'd stopped running for 10 days when I was sick. It was a struggle. It wasn't as effortless as it was. And I didn't know really what was happening, why, I felt my lungs kind of tightening. At the worst of the worst, I was having huge coughing fits during the run and even worse coughing fits after my run that lasted for 25 to 30 minutes. So I went and saw my doctor, and 2 visits, and after tracking, my breathing and after exercising and during the day, and discovered that I have asthma. And so I am on a daily inhaler. I am also taking allergy pills to mitigate that issue. And so I am feeling better. I am breathing better. I am running, but it's still a bit of a struggle, but I am building back up to it. And so what does this all have to do with clarity? Because when I stopped running, I lost momentum. Getting up for me in the day, I write my morning pages and then I get out for a run. It's part of my routine. It sets me up for success every day. And when I don't get that run in, the day just doesn't feel right. And so when I stopped running and when I got back into it, but was having difficulty with it, I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do. I wasn't sure, I wasn't sure of myself. I wasn't sure, am I on the right path? Is this really what I want to be doing? I really started to doubt myself. And that is a horrible place to be because you can end up going to the point where you don't feel like this dream, this goal is achievable, and you get to the point where you want to give up. And that is not, as I said, a good place to be. So clarity. One of the things I had at the beginning of the year was clarity. As I said, I knew where I wanted to go. I knew the type of person I wanted to become. And now, all of a sudden, I feel like I have to rediscover that. And I'm working on it. I've been reading books by Brendon Burchard. I keep reading sections and rereading sections from his book, High Performance Habits. And last week, I ordered Jack Canfield's The Success Principles. And, over the course of my life, I have read a number of books on leadership, on fulfilling your dreams, on living a life worth living. And it's funny enough, it's just this week, it all started coming together. And it was the realization that what I kept hearing over the years and what I perhaps was even ignoring because I couldn't see how it was applying to me is that people who are successful are doing a number of different things, but they're all doing the same things. And what they're doing is that they are focused on their priorities. They have a great belief in themselves. They're not letting anything stop them, but they set priorities for themselves. and they work on those priorities until their dreams come true. And so what does that mean for you and me? It means we too need to set priorities. We need to know, as we know who we want to become, what we want to achieve, we need to work on the priorities that are going to allow us to become that person and to achieve that dream. So I've been standing back this week, looking over my life and saying, am I focused on my priorities? Am I doing the necessary work to get me where I want to go, to become the person I want to become? And it's a yes and no answer. Because who do I want to be? I want to be a best-selling author whose works help shape people's lives, who through my novels help people see the world differently, challenge their thoughts and beliefs, open them up to new experiences, to new ideas, to new concepts. And I'm only going to do that by writing my books. I'm not going to do that by spending countless hours on social media, by watching TV. I'm not going to do that by, and I'm going to say this, doing a podcast every week. Because I need to focus on what is going to get me to where I want to be. It doesn't mean I'm giving up all these other things that I love to do. But if I'm looking at my top 3 goals, one is to be a best-selling author whose works, as I said, are challenging people's opinions and beliefs and exploring human relationships. My other goal is to lead a healthy and active lifestyle, and the big one for me there is running 50 kilometers a week, and I'm not there right now. And so I need to shift. I need to refocus. And I am doing that. And, in reading Jack Canfield's book the past couple of days, I stumbled across a great quote by Deepak Chopra. And he says, you must find the place in yourself where nothing is impossible. And that's what I think clarity brings us. Clarity helps us get to that place, to see that, we can do this, we can achieve, and we need to begin to set ourselves up for success. So as I am now moving forward, I am shaping my day so that my number one priority is my writing. And writing has always been a priority for me. I get up every morning and I do it, but I am now taking the time, and a huge chunk of time during my day, to focus on getting my book done. Because if I don't get my book done, I can't get to the next step. If I don't get up and run every day, even with my breathing challenges, I'm not going to get back to running 50 kilometers a week. I need to get in there and I need to do the work. The biggest thing that clarity has really helped me with, it is reminding me that I have the power and the ability within me to do what it is I believe I'm here on this earth to do. And, Steve Jobs told us, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Again, that is clarity. Clarity tells you or helps you discover your life's purpose, your mission. So sit down, write a list of 10, 20, 30 things you want to achieve in this life. Go back over them. Circle the top 3 or the top 5, depending on how ambitious you are, and prioritize those. So if you've selected 3 things for yourself, which one is the number one point? Which is the one you cannot leave this earth without doing? That is the one you begin today. That is the one you focus on. That is the one you bring to reality. Then you work on number 2, and you work on number 3. But if you created a list of 20 or 50 things, those other 17 or 15 items, depending on how many top priorities you've made for yourself, put them away. Fold up that piece of paper, tuck it away in a drawer, and don't come back to them until you've achieved your top 3 or top 5 priorities. That is clarity. That is knowing what you want to do, who you want to become, and how you are going to get there. Thanks again for being a part of this journey. I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed this experience. As I said, this is the end of season 1, but it is not the end of a Black Sweater Talk. So stay with me, stay tuned. I will be back in a couple months to continue this conversation and to continue this journey with you. So I want you to think about all the things we've talked about in the past few months. We talked about clarity. We talked about expressing your truest self, finding balance, living the life you imagined for yourself, being the person you dare to be. This is your life. This is your opportunity to live it your way, and do not let anybody tell you you cannot do something. Hold fast to your dreams. Hold fast to your beliefs. Hold fast to your belief in yourself, and push. Push yourself to go higher. This is Marcus Lopez signing off for now, and we will see you again in a few months. Thanks for joining me on Black Sweater Talk. Again, during the time, you can find me on Facebook, and you can find me on Twitter. My handle is mmarcuslopez, or send me an email, marcus@marcuslopez.ca. Looking forward to chatting again with you soon. Take care.